adjust your television set. These people are Norwegian.
Not all of them, obviously. I'm not Norwegian. But this is Theresa and Ollie, and they came to see the show, and they're from Norway. I know. And do you know where Norway is? Scandinavia, Therese. Scandinavia. That's a very interesting Norwegian name, isn't it, Ollie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah. All right, then, I'll give you the secret sign. I'm very excited. They were lovely. I'm very excited. I think this show has clearly become a place of healing. Yes, it is, because you know the very difficult relationship that America and Norway has had over the past. I think they stole a ham or something a while ago, and everyone's been very upset. Anyway, this is clearly a place where people from different countries can all come together, like in that Neil Diamond song. They can come to America. And all be Americans here, even Norwegians. I think they're just on holiday. But you can tell the Norwegians because they looked quite Norwegian, didn't they? I mean, really. With their blonde hair and their, turning up in a big ship with a dragon's head in the front. And some people say to me, Craig, they say, get out of our house, you don't live here. Some people also say to me, Craig, they say, you racially profile people, don't you? You just because people are, blonde-haired and they speak Norwegian, you just assume they're Norwegians. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because if someone is speaking Norwegian and they've got blonde hair, chances are, I'm going out on a limb here, they're Norwegian. Do you see where I'm going with this? I hope so, because I've got no idea where I'm going. Sorry. Pardon my Norwegian.
The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, sponsored by Mazda. The all-new All That 2010 Mazda 3. Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please, quietly. People will start thinking that you're just a machine. I'm just a machine. I'm just a love machine. And I won't work for nobody but you. I'm just a love machine. Sorry. Oh. It's a great day for America, everybody. Yes. A great day for most Americans. Not a great day for Miss California, who was fired. I know. Pageant organisers felt that she'd best represent the state of California if she was, in fact, unemployed. Oh, yeah. Hey. It's a terrible shame. I'm very worried. I hope with all my heart that California can find another dumb blonde with fake boobs. I hope we have one. It's a joke because a lot of people here have that. Sarah Palin called David Letterman pathetic. Did you hear? She did. It was just on Dave's show. I just watched it because we were live, of course. She called David Letterman pathetic because of a joke he told. And I'm like, David Letterman's my boss. I have got his back, Mrs. Palin. Unless you'd won the election, then Dave would be on his own. But that's show business. That's the way things are. One day you're our friend, the next day you're not our friend. I'm just a love machine. Do you know what I'm very excited about? Toshe. Yeah, I'm lapsing into an Asian language I don't even speak. No, Top Chef Masters premieres tonight on Bravo, and I'm very excited about it. It's a great show. It's one of the cooking challenge shows, you know, where the world's best chefs to compete to see who's the chefiest person. It's like Project Runway, but for people who like to eat. So actually, I suppose it's nothing like Project Runway then, because fashion and food don't mix. You know, people don't eat on Project Runway. I'm Heidi Klum. In fashion, one day you're in, the next day you're fat. Off with the scent, fatty. I like cooking shows, though, because the best chefs are their artists. That's why I love having Wolfgang Puck on this show. Because Wolfgang, he's a very nice man. He's a small, ambitious Austrian fellow. He's got a growing empire. What could possibly go wrong with that? Now, I've said this before. I've said this, and this is my friend. I've said this before. Wolfgang's mini burgers are fantastic. They're great because you buy you get the little tiny mini burgers, you bring them home, you take off your clothes, you hold the mini burger down here, and perspective works in your favor. You're like, whoa, look at the size of everything around that. You can hold the burger. You walk around with the mini burger saying, who's the Whopper now, bitch? Yes! I'm just a love machine. A Top Chef is based on a Japanese game show called Iron Chef. And in Japan, the chefs have to be very clever because the Japanese eat fish that is deadly if you don't remove the poison sac correctly. By the way, there's only two things in nature that have the poison sac. There's deadly fish and Bret Michaels. I'm kidding, he's terrific. We love Bret Michaels. Do we have a picture of Bret Michaels? There he is, rock on. Oh, the TV cooking shows. They make. See, what they do is they make look like a restaurant kitchen is a good place to eat, like it's fun or to work. But it's not. It's not. It's terrible. It's a brutal lifestyle. There's terrible hours. It's high pressure. I used to work in a restaurant, and the sous chef was a drug addict, heroin addict. I know. And I didn't approve with some of the meals he came up with. He had crack and cheese. Quaaludes à l'orange, spaghetti and speedballs, roofie con carne. Actually, that's delicious, roofie con carne. I think it's delicious. I kept falling asleep before I finished it. When I was younger, though, I could eat like a horse without gaining any weight. I could eat as much as I want. Now I get fat like that. So I have to go to good restaurants, because I'm thinking if I'm going to eat, it might as well be good food, because, you know, I'm going to get fat. That's why I like the Spanish style, you know, the small plates, the tapas. You know, the Spanish dishes, though, they always go straight to my ass. There's one over there right now. Say hello, tasty Spanish dish. Yeah. All right, yeah. Don't worry, you'll get your own late night talk show very soon. They're handing them out, apparently. Anyway, hey, now, knock it off. Where I grew up, though, the cooking wasn't great, you know, in Scotland. In Scotland, gravel is considered a condiment. It's seen over there as an activity very similar to sex, you know, something to get through quickly before going back to being miserable and drunk. And I think I think the problem with Scottish food starts with the names. Because you think haggis sounds nasty. There's a Scottish fish soup called Cullen Skink. How are you meant to eat Cullen Skink? There's a nice bowl of Cullen Skink. That's what it's really called. I mean, it doesn't even sound like soup. It sounds like a Harry Potter villain or something like that. Oh, look out, Templeton. Oh, here comes Cullen Skink. Ha! It is I, Cullen Skink, holding mini burgers next to me, eh? I've got you now, Harry Potter. How old are you, Harry Potter? 50? What is it? There's good Scottish food too as well, though I don't want to say there's not. They have good names. They have cockaleekie soup in Scotland. Everybody loves the briny taste of cockaleekie. Don't you ooh me? This is my national dish, you bastards. Cockaleekie's it's cheerful sounding. It sounds like what an Italian says to the doctor. Hey, dottore, I got the cockaleekie. Oh, I'm gonna need some Tutti Frutti ice cream. All right, we have to take a break. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show, everyone. Or if you're from Norway, Skorsnusen. That's not really Norwegian. I made it up. I don't think it's Norwegian. It wouldn't by any chance be Norwegian, what I just said, was it? Yeah. I went out on a limb. I took a chance. I thought I was speaking Norwegian by making up a sort of insulting Norwegian stereotypical sound. But it wasn't Norwegian. And I'd like to apologize to the people of Norway. Bushishin. Now listen, welcome back, everybody. The Supreme Court confirmation hearings for Sonia Sotomayor are set to begin on July the 13th. Here with an in-depth report live from the Supreme Court in Washington, D.C., our very own Tim Meadows, everybody. Tim Meadows.
Hey, boss. How you doing?
Thank you for joining us via satellite, Tim. What can you tell us about Obama's pick for the Supreme Court?
Well, Craig, Judge Sotomayor was born...
Whoa, Tim. It's actually pronounced Sotomayor. Sotomayor.
Oh, my bad, Craig. I hate mispronouncing names, you know. People get my name wrong all the time. They say Tim Meadows, or Time Marshmallows, or Don Cheadle.
I said I was sorry for calling you that. All right. Why did the Democrats want the confirmations to be here to begin on July 13th?
Well, Craig, it's just in time for summer. Great weather to fire up the barbecue, grill some burgers, and some Oscar Mayer wieners.
Do you think it was important for Obama to choose a woman to replace Justice Souter?
Well, absolutely, Craig. It's goodbye, Justice Souter. Hello, Justice Hooters.
Come on, Tim, that's a bit sexist, don't you think?
Well, I don't think so, Craig. That joke was well received by some ladies at Hooters. Oh, by the way, I don't go for the wings, Craig. Boop, boop.
So, what you're saying is you think it's important to have both genders represented in the Supreme Court?
Well, it doesn't really matter to me, Craig. Men, women, we all look the same when we're naked.
Actually, Tim, that's not true. We don't look the same. Men have a penis, women do not.
Oh, God, I think I've been going to the wrong Hooters.
Where did you say that Hooters was? Anyway, on Monday, Judge Sotomayor broke her ankle at the airport. That's right?
Yeah, you know, it's not a good sign, Craig. We can't have a female justice with weak ankles. How is she going to run away from Clarence Thomas?
Very good point. Good point.
Three's the charm.
Yeah, now, there's been some controversy over Judge Sotomayor's nomination. Newt Gingrich called her a racist.
Yes, Craig, and who is a better expert on racism than an old white dude with the word rich in his name? You know, I believe racist is a very strong word. It should never, ever be thrown around lightly.
I agree. Gingrich has also attacked Sotomayor on affirmative action because she's upheld programs that hire minorities. What can you tell us about that?
Why would I know about affirmative action? Because I'm black? That's racist. This is a racist show, and you are a racist maniac. I got my job the same way you did, Craig, by having sex with the president of CBS.
All right, forget it. That's enough. Don Cheadle, everybody. Don Cheadle. We'll be right back. Don Cheadle. Tight marshmallows. Welcome back to the big show where we celebrate the wonders of Norway. Listen, before we continue tonight, I do want to just take a moment to apologise, a genuine apology to Governor John Hoeven of South Dakota. Last night on the show, I said that Governor Hoeven was a totalitarian dictator and that he was the sister, he wasn't the sister, that he had a sister who worked here, Kathy Hoeven. And I found out that Kathy is not the governor's sister. Kathy is the governor's cousin. And so I'd like to apologise. I in no way meant to infer that you had a close family member working on a crappy show like this, Governor Hoeven. And I hope you don't send your army of robot skeletons against me. I deeply regret calling you a Hoeven. I don't have time for this groveling stuff. Do we have time for an email? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We have time for an email. We do. Thanks, guys in the band. All right. Oh, here's who's coming up in the show next week. This is from Kelly in Fort Worth in Texas. Kelly says, Dear Craig, I have a daughter that's having her boobs done. What are your thoughts? You don't want to know. All right, that's just okay. This is from Dory in Castledale in Utah. Dory says, Dear Craig, what do you think the best way is to tell my son there is no Santa Claus? Shut up. Norwegians. I don't really understand the question. There is a Santa Claus. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Right. And now here's how I know. Right. Where's Norway? Very far north. How far north? Pretty near the North Pole, right? So, when you ask someone, where are you from? Norway. My first question to them during a commercial break would be, oh, Norway, you ever met Santa Claus? And they usually say, yes. He lives not far away in the North Pole with his tiny little Tom Cruise people that work with him. No. This is from Jason in San Antonio, which is in Texas. Jason says, Dear Craig, how old is too old for someone to be doing a keg stand? 90-ish, 90, 95-ish. Whenever your doctor says, you know, it's time to stop doing the keg stands, you're like, oh, screw you, old man. I'll do a keg stand for as long as I like. I don't think you should stop doing irresponsible and dangerous, mad things just because you get old. That wasn't that controversial a thing to say there, actually, was it? I don't think that. And you were all like, yeah, we're pretty much with you on that. Everybody at home's there, So, it's not a very good show, but it's non-threatening. Non-threatening. You see? We're not, yes, that's right, not particularly entertaining, funny, or well-lit, but won't annoy you. Unless you hate Scottish accents or Norwegians, in which case this is not the show for you. So why don't you go and watch something else, you racist maniac? Go on! This is from Zuzana in Złęcki in Poland. Oh. Yeah, look out, Norwegians. I've got a new country that's my big favourite, Poland. Susanna said, Dear Craig, I noticed you got kind of thin. Thank you. Don't you get proper meals at home? By the way, I make awesome pancakes. Listen, far be it from me to say that a Polish woman can't make pancakes, but we have something in America, the backbone of our democracy, something that we're very proud of, as proud as we are of the Stars of the Stripes and our myriad of noble traditions. We have something here called the International House of Pancakes. And in the International House of Pancakes, if you can make a better pancake than that, come to America. Who come to America? We out of time for the emails? All right, I'll just do one more. This is from Roberta in Omaha. All right, we'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, my friends, or Schnitiersnik, no Bisnigivna. That wasn't really Norwegian. It was pretend Norwegian, just like these people over there. Not really Norwegian. No, they're from Jersey. I just found out. My first guest tonight has blonde hair, which makes me think he might have some kind of Norwegian ancestry. You probably know him as the host of Hardball on MSNBC. He's got a new book out called The Hardball Handbook, The Politics of Life, which is in stores now. Please welcome the glory that is Chris Matthews, everybody. Chris Matthews. Welcome, and congratulations on your Hardball Handbook. What does this teach you?
Teach you how to get a job.
At MSNBC?
No, not there. It's really, I think, for people in their 20s that have been promoted from class to class to class, and all of a sudden they're out there in the world. They graduated, and now they got to get a job. They got to start a whole life.
Isn't there a whole problem with that, with a whole generation of kids that have all had their feelings and everyone's been lovely to them their whole life, and then they get out of college and then they're just a douchebag like everybody else?
Are you from Philly? Where'd you get that name, douchebag?
But
douchebag, come on.
That's what happens, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think people are just not interested. Oh, you're looking for a job? That's interesting. No, it's not. So I spend all these years watching politicians who get ahead for a living. They don't really do except get ahead for a living. They get people to give them money, give them votes, give them power. And so I figured I could learn something from these guys. So I watch guys like Clinton and Obama. And I figured, what can a kid who's 22 years old, a girl, a young guy, and they want a job? So what do they learn? Clinton is so smart.
He's pretty smart,
He's really cagey.
He's got a way with the ladies as well,
Okay. So let's start with Clinton. What we can learn from Clinton, it could be helpful to our lives. Sex lives, dating lives.
Oh, yeah.
And getting ahead. Okay.
Yeah.
He's going to school with a guy in England. and he's an Oxford student, and his classmate is really in love with this woman. I mean, he's not trying to pick somebody up. He's in love with her. And he just can't get past first base. She's not paying attention to him. So Clinton comes up to me and goes, did you ever try listening? Did you ever try listening? He says, they find it flattering.
That sounds vaguely misogynistic already, though.
No.
I mean, the whole they thing, I'm not sure.
No, this is his advice, and it really works, I think.
Really?
I never tried it.
No, I don't.
But, I mean, I thought you drank a lot of beer and bragged a lot.
Yes.
And that would work.
It works for some girls.
But some guys, they go, I never heard, did anyone ever tell you you're poetic? The way you put words together?
Oh, thanks.
You know, I don't think people have really appreciated your soul before. Anyway, and then so this is his tactic, and it works. And if you're going to go for a job, you listen. Like Hillary Clinton was Bill Clinton's #1 pupil, and he taught her to listen. So how'd she get to be elected to the United States Senator? He said, go up to New York and don't brag and talk to people about your first lady and all that. Go up there and listen. Just have a listening tour. It worked. She became United States Senator, listening to people.
All right.
It's a very powerful, seductive tool. That if you go looking for a job, don't come and say, I got all this ambition. Say the guy you're trying to get, or woman you're trying to get the job from, listen to them. What are they saying? Who do they want? What do they want in a person? Then you're going to get to first base. That's one thing I learned from these guys, The other thing is to ask. The politicians are fabulous at asking for things. Most people say, I'm going to do it myself. I'm not going to ask anybody for anything. I'm going to be on my own.
Right.
Politicians say, please vote for me. Please give me money. Please give me power. Please let me run your country.
Isn't it?
It works, though.
No, I know.
It works.
It makes me not like them.
You know why they do it? You know why they do it?
Why do they do it?
Because some people say no. So you got to ask a lot of people to get enough to say yes. So I always say to people, you got to take a lot of no's till you get the one that changes your life, the big yes.
Is there anything in this that could get me out of this late night game? And also, does it mention in here, I've noticed your hair is very, very blonde, Chris, and I wonder...
Yours is kind of like salt and pepper.
Well, mine's just salt and pepper, but that's age. Yours, I think... are you in any way Scandinavian?
No.
Is your ancestry...
No, I'm from where you're from. I'm from the islands.
Oh, you're from Scotland?
No, I'm from the other part.
Not England.
No.
Oh, Ireland.
I'm 3/4 Irish, and my grandmother's from Northern Irish.
Right.
Northern Ireland. She was like Mrs. Doubtfire when we were growing up.
Right.
She had the complete accent, the brogue, and the whole routine. She was very good. She was a Presbyterian woman from Northern Ireland, right? The rest of the family were the Shields, the Conroys, and the Quinlans are all Southern Irish, all Catholic Irish.
Yeah.
And my grandfather is from England. So I've got them
makes
all.
for a lot
and he
of
came
conflict,
over, and she came over, and so we're immigrants.
Yeah. And then you grew up.
That's why I like you.
Well, you don't like me. You're just listening. No, you're doing the listening trick. You're doing the listening trick.
Seducing you.
Did. Well, did you when you were
You really
younger?
are poetic.
I mean, you're a very happily married man. But in your younger days, or when you met your wife, did you do?
She's great. She's a Cunningham. She's got that nice name from Ireland.
My wife's name is Cunningham.
Really?
Are we married to the same woman? Wouldn't that be? Oh, that's interesting. Well, because I will tell you this. My wife, whenever we watch you on television, which frankly is too often for my liking, she always says that how attractive she thinks you are, and her name is Cunningham.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I'm at work and I call home, she's not home.
Same thing with me. No, we went to that place right on the border between Northern Ireland and the rest of the Republic. Where there's a place called something Manor, Cunningham or something. We found a whole.
Right.
We had our first date.
Cunningham's a Scottish name.
Yeah, no, it's Irish. We went to an Irish.
Scottish. It's Scottish.
Yours is Scottish. Mine's Irish.
Cunningham. If you got Cunningham in Ireland, here's how you got there: by boat.
Okay.
That's how.
We go to an Irish. My first date with her, we went to Chinese first of all. We had Chinese. Then we went to an Irish bar.
Right.
And we go up to the coats of arms up on the wall. Cunningham.
Coat of arms from Scotland. That's why. They got in the boat with the coats of arms and they went, let's go on a holiday to Ireland.
What's it doing at Matt Cain's then?
Well, because the Scots and the Irish are very friendly. They've got similar interests. They enjoy Cullen skink and drinking. Have you ever had Cullen skink?
But what is this story true about the bagpipes and the Scots and the Irish, where the Irish had the bagpipes?
No, you know,
and they didn't take them very seriously. And they gave them to the Scots. You guys took them really seriously.
Right. Well, yeah.
You know, we consider them like a musical instrument.
No. The Arabs had the bagpipes. The bagpipes go back to the Arab countries. You didn't know that?
No.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm listening. The Arab countries in North Africa, they had the bagpipes, and then I think there was some interesting military activity, and bagpipes came back.
You know, all the Irish have the black Irish. They're all Arabs, right? That's where that all comes from.
No, that's the Spanish.
Yeah, well, they come up. The Moors, yeah, they came up.
What happened was the Spanish Armada, right? The Spanish Armada,
sure.
where they went to attack England, and then England surprised them by beating them, and then there was a big...
That's where we got the black Irish from.
And then all these Spanish sailors got shipwrecked on the Irish coast, and then suddenly, a few years later, there was a lot of dark-haired Irish kids, and that's
really true.
That's really true.
I got a couple of them.
Yeah, it's the same with me. I think I'm part Spanish.
Yeah.
I can Macarena surprisingly well. Now explain that to me. How's it? Tell me. We've got to talk some politics, at least a little bit.
Okay, good.
Obama and the honeymoon period. How's it going?
It's going great. It's still going. I thought that speech last week in Cairo was unbelievable. I said that's the reason we elected the guy. To say what he said to the Arab world.
Yeah. What about?
I think we won that election. The pro-American. When's the last time we won an election in the Arab world? They just had an election in Lebanon last week. The pro-American side won.
Yeah.
And beat Hezbollah. I think the guy's working. I think he could hold an election. Him and Obama, him and Osama bin Laden. He could beat him. I think it's getting to be really popular over there.
I don't know how popular
I think he's been amazing
is over there as a political figure. He's a terrorist.
Unfortunately,
you think?
That's the problem we've had.
Yeah.
This is what's happening in the world. The terrorists were more popular than our guys were, like Bush.
Yeah, well, I think we're a bit past that. But what about at home then, with the Gingrich making these comments about Sotomayor being,
Yeah, I don't think. I think these guys are pretty pathetic. Don't you think?
Who, Gingrich?
The whole bang of them.
Gingrich
look at Rush Limbaugh.
No, I like Rush Limbaugh because he's proper good old-fashioned crazy. I like that. He's good old-fashioned crazy. Now I disagree. I disagree with almost 100%.
Well, what do you like about him?
I like the fact that he's crazy, and that he gets to be crazy. And in this great country, a lot of people go, "Yeah, me too." And I think there's something very.
I got a theory about Rush Limbaugh.
All right, come on then.
He's in the car between 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock East Coast time.
Right.
Who's in the car at that time of day? Traveling salesmen, white guys driving around the car trying to sell stuff that nobody wants to buy.
Right.
Who's their best friend? Not their wife, not their kids, not their boss. Rush. He's talking about the feminazis. He's talking about minorities. He's talking about affirmative action. You're the only guys doing the hard work in the country. He's a support group.
Funnily enough, that's when I listen to him when I'm driving around.
And you need somebody to buck you up.
Yeah, I need
make
somebody
you feel better.
Because CBS are always going to come on.
Yeah, you're right.
What about talk me through not so
Gingrich.
much Obama, but Biden. Biden. He's proper
great.
crazy too.
Great? I have a theory. I have a theory. For 30 years we watched Johnny Carson, and we always liked him, but we figured he might be a little aloof, a little cold.
Well, he's very cool, Johnny Carson.
Cool.
Yeah.
And we always figured, but if he likes Ed McMahon, he must be okay.
Right.
Because Ed McMahon would sit here, and he'd be a regular guy, and then there'd be a aloof little guy, skinny guy sitting there.
Right.
That's who the president is. He's kind of an aloof, skinny guy. And here's this big, regular Irish guy sitting next to him, Ed McMahon. Joe Biden is like our guy at the White House. The guy who makes mistakes, says stupid things, and he's like us. That's who he is.
I think that may be it.
He's the Ed McMahon of the White House.
Yeah.
That works out pretty well.
Yeah, it does. It works for me. And you know what?
It's an ethic job. It's our job.
We're out of time, but what I have to say is amazing that I listened to you the whole time you were here.
Yeah, that's why I liked you.
Yeah.
You drew me in.
And I felt you listened to me. And I think we all learned a little something from that. Very nice to see you again, Chris. Chris Matthews, everyone. You can say what you like about Chris Matthews, but when it's time to go, he's just gone. A lot of the folks, when you finish the interview, they sit and we go, until the commercials, start happening, and then we go, all right, and they go, and Chris is like, I'm done. Boom, out of here. My next guest may stay for the entire segment. She's a one-woman band. She's here performing Na 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 from our album Hummingbird Go. Please welcome Theresa Andersson, everybody. Theresa Andersson. I'll tell you what I learned on the show, everybody. I learned that no matter what boundaries and national frontiers that we put up to cause trouble between nations, that a light-hearted joke and a rattlesnake mug can solve a lot of problems. For example, Therese and Ollie from Norway finally came down and we healed our, wounds.